It was a fairly typical January in my first year of middle school. As a rather ordinary 6th grader, I'd spend my time at home watching YouTube and playing video games all day. I was scrolling through the App Store and I came across an intriguing title. It was the Ace Attorney Trilogy. The face of a blue-suited, uptight lawyer caught my eye, and it had good reviews, so I decided to test it out. Little did I know that I was in for a roller coaster ride of ups and downs, twists, slams, and objections. I distinctly remember playing the second episode, Turnabout Sisters, and was stuck on the investigation. I couldn't figure out what to do, and there was no explanation. I even considered deleting the app, but eventually I pushed through and randomly tapped every pixel of my iPad screen until I proceeded to the trial phase. If I'd given up there, my life would have been distinctly different. One of the best elements of the story is the storyline, wrapped up perfectly by trials and tribulations. Each episode would advance to the next and culminated in an epic finale which tied up all the loose ends and ended in dramatic style. Each trial itself could have served on its own, but Shu Takumi's genius strung these seemingly interdependent trials together into a unified storyline. Looking back, one of the most memorable moments was when Iris confessed her love for Phoenix. I still don't know why to this day, but it broke me in a manner so profound that I cried throughout the night, with a feeling of emptiness in my stomach that I never felt before. You could say it was my first existential crisis. In the coming years, I realized that such a void wasn't a bad thing, but it meant that I learned something new and was introduced to a new perspective on the meaning of life. Good stories always make me feel this way. Whether it be Harry Potter, Danganronpa, or just recently Steins Gate, they all carry an important life lesson, an ounce of wisdom that tells a story about our lives, about our potential, about the possibilities, about faith and belief in ourselves and our clients. I know many of you can probably relate, but after playing Ace Attorney, I thought being a lawyer was the coolest job around. I was inspired to defend innocent clients who had no one else and throw down an objection right into the prosecution's case. That wasn't until I realized real-life courtrooms are actually much more boring. One thing I noticed in Iris's love confession is that it aligns with every other hero's journey type story that has resonated with me. Makoto had Kyoko, and Okabe had Kurisu. It appears that the romance at the end is always a perfect conclusion for a narrative, and gives all the events in the past a purpose and a meaning. It shows us that no matter what obstacles we face, and despite the hopelessness that arises from them, there's always a path forward. Throughout the years, I'd replay Ace Attorney over and over, whether on an airplane or if I was just bored that summer. It's never lost its replay value, and I find myself ever more intrigued as I play through it. It's always been a special story to me, and will always have a place in my heart. If you made it to the end, thank you for watching.